What do these ISA changes mean, Anna? We assume that the total cap is still 20,000. It's just that the cash component is 12,000, so you're compelled to put the extra 8,000 into equities, but not necessarily UK equities. Is that correct understanding?
Yeah, I think those are the broad contours of it.
Yeah.
I think from a public finance perspective, this is part of sort of a broader move of Reeves to sort of try to raise revenue anywhere she can outside, you know, the biggest 4 tax streams. So these include income, corporate tax, NICs and VAT. So she's clearly trying to do her best efforts to sort of keep the manifesto, Labour's manifesto. I think I would say there's like 2 problems with these sort of moves, and, you know, going a bit after savings, a bit after pensions, is that the tax base is much narrower. So she actually needs to do bigger policy changes to yield any sort of significant revenue, and that will only yield a few billion. And then there's a lot of uncertainty about the sort of the revenues it will generate, because people might just stop saving into cash, as you said, and so then, you know, there's not that much revenue that will sort of come from that. So in a way, you know, it's a bit of a risky move, I would say, to sort of rely on these sort of like going after savings, pensions to sort of fill a hole that's as big as 30 billion.
Does that keep the bond vigilantes on their toes then? How much of a risk are the bond vigilantes tomorrow?
I definitely think the composition will be the composition of the savings, of how she fills the hole, of how she gets to sort of this 30 billion, if that's the right amount, will be something that the bond vigilantes will care about. I mean, the income tax has been ruled out, and the risk that she relies on these sort of small measures, it means that, you know, I mean, I think it means uncertainty about the exact revenues she will get, but I also think the other thing that the bond vigilantes will be looking at is the profile. So if she does the fiscal tightening sort of in the next few years, that means, you know, that the revenues will start to come in quite soon. But if she backloads the fiscal tightening, you know, I think investors will start questioning, are they going to follow through with those changes, because 2029 is an election year. So, you know, they might discount a bit of that as well.